inspirational, and now May and I are colleagues. And then Eleanor Cho is the first Hispanic. Colonel Eileen Collins, I met her in the White House for an event when she was first selected as the first female shuttle commander. And then I mentioned Dr. Chawla, who is also an Asian Indian, just to show you that diversity. Some other people that have inspired me, this person here, Dr. Shirley Ann Jackson, is actually from Washington, D.C. She was the first African-American female to get a PhD in solid-state theoretical physics from MIT, where she was a professor at Rutgers, and then later she was appointed a presidential appointee to the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. So she was a commissioner for that facility. She's now currently the president of Rensselaer Polytech Institute, so she was the first African-American woman to lead a #1 research institution. And like I said, she's from right here from Washington, D.C. Dr. Sheila Whitnall became my advisor while I was at school, and she's also a first in the sense that she was the first female who was appointed as the Secretary of the Air Force, and she invited me to her confirmation hearing, so I was sitting behind Senator Kennedy and had like a reserved seat, and I thought, wow, this is pretty awesome. And so when I frequently visit MIT, because I sit on the board there, I try to look, hook up with her and see. She's actually now taking about retirement. I'm like, oh man, she's really a very powerful and smart and nurturing person, because she's one of the few female faculty when I was going through the institute. Dr. Catherine, actually not Dr., it's Miss Catherine Johnson. I talk about her because she was a teacher who actually taught in West Virginia, and she was hired by NASA Langley. They would hire teachers in the summer to do what we call computing. Computers were really humans way back when, and that's where the word came from, because they computed by hand mathematical equations or whatever. And so she was a mathematician by right. They liked her so much she stayed on. She ended up working over 33 years there. And she helped to create and calculate the orbital navigation equations to send the men to the moon for the Apollo mission.
Wow.
So, yeah. The one thing she told me, Catherine, was that it was, for her, it was like solving a puzzle in backwards, because you knew where the moon would be, it's moving, but if you know where it's going to be, then you time it right with the capsule getting from out of the Earth's orbit and up to the moon.